Do you find yourself telling Claude the same things over and over? Use these colors, follow this format, write in this tone? If you've ever copied the same instructions into multiple chats, there is a much better way. It's called Claude Skills. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly what they are, how they work, and why they have become one of my favorite features in Claude. Let me show you with a real example. Here is the exact prompt with my brand skill turned on. Notice the colors, the typography, the overall style. Everything matches my brand. Now let's run the exact same prompt again, but this time with the skill turned off. Still remembers AI with Kavya, but everything else changes. Different colors, different typography, and different design choices. The only thing I changed was turning on the skill. And that's actually the easiest way to understand what a skill is. A skill is simply a reusable set of instructions. Instead of explaining your preferences every single time, you write them down once, save them as a skill, and Claude follows those instructions whenever a relevant task is asked or prompted. Let me show you where these skills live in Claude. So you go to the Customize section, and on the bottom left, you will find skills along with connectors and plugins. Claude already comes with a few built-in skills from Anthropic. One of my favorites is actually Skill Creator. You simply describe what you want and Claude can generate a skill for you using this Skill Creator skill. Now watch this example. I am prompting Claude to build a skill that always converts my raw minutes of meeting into 3 sections like agenda, action item, and timelines. I'm not giving any more details. And now let's see what's going to happen. Claude is using the skill creator skill that I've saved to build my own skill without me having to give in more details than just one prompt. However, Claude is asking me a few more questions to lock in more details, but that's all, one prompt and few answered questions. And just with that, Claude builds me the skill along with the file to test. Now I save the skill and I can go back to my skill section where I can see all the skills that I have built and also saved from Anthropic. Just remember to review it before using it. AI is great at giving you a starting point, but it's always worth checking that the instructions match exactly what you need. Now here is a skill I use most often. If you're expecting something complicated, it's really just a markdown file. My brand colors, my fonts, my writing style, my design preferences, everything written down in a plain language. So every time I want to build something, I don't have to explain that these are the colors I need and this is the logo I need. Claude already knows it from my Kavya brand skill. One thing that's easy to confuse is skills and memory. Claude remembered the name AI with Kavya, that's memory. But my colors, my typography, my design style came from the skill. Think of it this way. Memory is what Claude happens to remember about you. A skill is what you have intentionally written down. That's why skills give you much more predictable and consistent results. And if you've been hearing that skills don't matter anymore, that loops are the only thing worth learning, that's actually backwards. Anthropic's own guidance says a loop only knows it's done by checking the work against a skill. So skills aren't the old way. They are what the newer stuff is actually built on. So that's what a Claude skill is. You teach Claude your preferences once and save them as a skill. And whenever you need them, you simply turn that skill on. For me, that means my brand colors, my fonts, my writing style, without having to explain them every single time. So if you're just getting started with Claude, I think skills are one of the first features you should learn. They are simple to create, they save a lot of time, and they make Claude much more consistent. In the next videos, we are going to learn more about prompts and loops. So I'll see you in the next one.